Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to be sharing how I'm making a DIY coffee table for my porch where I'm sitting right now. My intention was not to do what I'm getting ready to do, but it came about. I had this great idea, so I'm going to try this out. I'm going to be making a coffee table out of tree stumps. It's small pieces of a tree that we cut down and then we cut into pieces. So I'm going to be using the pieces to create a coffee table again for the porch. So if you're interested in seeing how this comes together, then I hope you keep watching. Here is the cut down tree, and I've already made a setup of kind of how I want to make the coffee table. I want it to be 16 inches tall, so similar in this fashion is the way that I want the stumps to be arranged. So I'm just going to cut them all down to make them 16 inches tall, and these are already too short, so I put these to the side. So I'm going to use these here and this one and cut them down to 16 inches. These two I can probably work with, but I'm going to do that, and then from there it's pretty simple. I think cutting the wood is going to be the hardest thing, so I'm going to try to do that and then we'll go from there. Here I'm just smoothing out some of the really jagged edges using the chainsaw, and then I'm going to sand it down with an electric sander. And the grit is about 60, I think, 60 grit sandpaper. To try to kill off any bugs that might be living in these, I sprayed it down with this bleach spray and I left it on overnight, and then the next day I sprayed it down with the hose to rinse it, and I let it dry for a majority of that day. I decided on a configuration for the coffee table, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these craft sticks and these paint sticks, and I'm going to use this wood glue. I'm going to glue these sticks to the bottom of the tree stumps to make them level as much as possible. I'm not going to go crazy with trying to make sure they're completely level, but I'm going to use my level, I think, to just get them fairly straight. And I realized that in order to level out some of the other shorter pieces, particularly this one and yeah, these two over here, I might need some thicker pieces. Alright, now that I have all of the wooden pieces attached to the bottom, I'm going to use some polyurethane over here. What I had left over from my previous project when I worked on my rug, and then another can that I had. There's barely anything in either one, but I'm going to use whatever I can to cover these stumps because, you know, I don't want termites. I'm afraid of termites. That's the thing. I don't know if there's anything living in here. I did spray them down with bleach and rinse them off, but then since then I've still seen stuff on them. I don't know if it's in there, but I'm going to cover what I can with polyurethane, and then I might even use a little bit more of this protective seal that I had used also on my previous project, which was my outdoor rug, and that video is linked below in case you want to check it out. I originally wanted to use black felt on the bottom of these, but I'm gonna use what I already have. I'm not trying to buy anything, just want to make this be as simple as possible. So I'm just using this black sheet that I already had. I'm gonna cut it in double layers and staple it to the bottom. Once I put the whole table together, this part is annoying me. Most of the other parts where I had to attach wood to the bottom didn't show as much as this one. So what I did was I cut a piece off of another stump, this one here, which I measured to be 2.5 inches thick for this bottom part. And it's not cut to perfection, but the chainsaw is a powerful tool, so I did what I could. I'm gonna glaze this over with the clear gloss, assuming this all works, but I'm gonna attach it to the bottom of this one. So I'm gonna take that off and try to assemble these two together. So now that this one is all set, my original plan was to tie a rope around these stumps to keep them together, because, you know, if you bump into it, it could easily move, especially this one. This one was the main one that could have fallen over. But now that I stabilized it, I'm much more happy with the way it's standing. So in order to just secure everything anyway, I'm going to add a little bit of this glue in between where each of these touch, and some parts don't even touch that much, but I'm just going to slide a little bit of glue just in that little space all throughout, and then I'm going to tie it together and let everything dry. I might have to do that in sections. I want to make sure they stay as closely together as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then once this dries, I'll probably just paint it a little bit with some brown paint to camouflage the glue.